Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are close to, all the stars are close to, all the stars are close to. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know.
Hey y'all, first off I want to say happy Friday and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Siobhan, and y'all, first off I just want to say that I am so happy that today is Friday. I'm so happy I don't know what to do. I am so happy that today is Friday. I can finally breathe. I can finally relax. I can finally get out of autopilot mode. So anywho, like I said, if this is your first time here, hey girls, grab your drink. I have my wine here. Grab your Starbucks, your coffee, your tea, your whatever it is you like to do. Grab that and let's get into it. Today's video will be about the unfairness in motherhood and the expectations of society when it comes to being a mother. And I know this video may ruffle some feathers, and that's totally fine, understandable. Everybody don't have the same opinion. This is how I feel. I've seen it happen. I've seen a lot of these things that happen in real life, so I know I'm not the only person or the only woman that feels this way. And if you see me looking down a little bit, I'm just looking down at my notes. I did write a few things down so I won't forget, because I want to make sure I touch on all of these things throughout this video. And we're going to just discuss today how much of a load we have on us as mothers and how much we're expected to do and how unfair it is when it comes to being a mother versus, I guess, being a father. And like I said, this video is not for everybody. Some people may feel different. If this is not your situation, if you've never seen it, if you've never dealt with it, that's fine. You may not, know what it is to experience or to have seen some of these things, but it happens in real life. So I feel like when it comes to kids, no matter if you're a single mother, if you're married, or whatever it is, whatever type of situation you're in, I feel like the load when it comes to kids is almost 90% on a mother, no matter what. And I'm not saying you don't have a good spouse or a good partner. The father of your child isn't a good, a good father. It's just that it's just the way it is. It's just the way society sees it, as the mother should carry most of the load when it comes to the kids, when actually it shouldn't be that way. I feel like every situation is different, and I feel like people expect different things from their partner, from the father of their kid, from the mother of their kid, or whatever it is. But I still feel like no matter what, no matter how good of a partner you have, the load is always mainly on a mother. Like if you think about just things that we have to do as far as like, usually, and I'm saying in most cases, this may not be your case, usually the mother is keeping up with doctor's appointments, dentist appointments, hair appointments, report card conferences. We're making sure that the kids are completing their homework, we're getting ready for school, we're picking them up from school, we're bringing them to school, and all of these things. And one day I was at school, I was at my daughter's school. I believe I was picking her up, and I was waiting on her to come out, so I was kind of like just looking around. And as I'm looking around, I'm noticing it's mainly women out there, hardly any men. And I'm like, man, this is crazy. Like usually when the kid is getting picked up from school, it's the mother picking the kid up. Usually when the kid is getting dropped off, it's the mother dropping the kid off to school, I'm sorry. And even when it comes to maybe, let's say that the kid gets sick. Usually when a kid gets sick, who has to call off from work? The mother usually has to call off from work. When the kid gets sick, who does the school call first? The school calls the mother first. Even if you have two emergency contacts, which may be the dad, the mom, the stepdad, the mom, the grandmother, the mom, the grandfather, whoever it is, usually they're gonna call the mother first, just because that's how society sees it. That's how it goes. That's how society feels like it should go, when it shouldn't. It should not. If you have a kid together, I feel like the load should be just about even when it comes to the kid. Unless you're in a situation to where maybe, the father is working, the mom isn't working, the mom is a stay-at-home mom, taking care of the house, taking care of the kids, like the traditional relationship, which hardly exists nowadays. Like I hardly ever see that. But if that's your situation, then that could be a little different. But when the mom is helping paying the bills, working, keeping the house straight, keeping up with appointments, keeping up with sports, extracurricular activities, when a mom is doing all of these things, why y'all calling me first? What made y'all call me first? What made y'all look at both of these numbers and say, you know what? I'm gonna call the mom first. that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I never could understand it. Like, I never seen where that was a fair thing to do. Like, why does it, even like, think about when two parents split up. Let's say two parents are going through a divorce. Usually, let's say the parents go to court to get the divorce finalized and get everything situated. Where does the kid go? Most of the time, the kid goes with the mom. The dad may get weekends. And I don't think that's fair, because a kid is in school Monday through Friday. So the dad don't have the full responsibility of getting homework done, washing school uniforms, making sure they have uniforms in the morning, packing lunch. That's all on us. Even when we're in a situation where we have a partner or whatever it may be, we still have to keep up with all of these things. We still have to pack lunch. We still have to iron school uniforms. We still have to comb hair. We still have to do all of these things. And it's usually on the mother. Why is it like that? For the life of me, I don't understand why is it like that. And I feel like back to what I was saying when I said, you know, the situation where two parents are splitting up or two parents are going through a divorce. I feel like it should be equal. Both parents should have 7 days on, 7 days off. 7 days with mom, 7 days with dad. That way, both parties are getting the full experience of caring for this child. Both parents have to wake up in the morning and drop this kid off at school. Both parents have to pick this kid up from school. Both parents have to deal with doing homework, keeping up with appointments, and all of these things. And it's crazy to me that this is okay, that every society sees this as just a normal thing. This is not normal. This brings me back to, so initially I have a 11-year-old daughter. She's about to be 11 in February. But initially coming up, I didn't want kids. I didn't want kids at all. And I knew at a young age that I didn't want kids, because I seen all of these things. I seen all of these things coming up. I seen my mom take care of her kids on her own for the most part, working 2 jobs, and I knew that I did not want this. And people say that, oh, that's being selfish, and it's not being selfish. I knew what I wanted. I knew that I loved my freedom. I knew that I didn't want to raise a child within a one-parent household. I knew that if I had kids, I wanted my child to grow up in a 2-parent loving home, husband and wife, seeing her mother being loved properly, seeing her father being loved properly. I didn't want to raise a kid in a single-parent home. I just didn't, because I've seen it all of the time. Hey y'all, so of course this is the day after I already filmed the video, and as I'm sitting here editing it, I just wanted to make something clear for those of you who may not know me, because it could be a little unclear in the video. I just wanted to say that we as in me and Nyla's father, were able to give her the life that I knew I wanted to give a kid if I ever had a kid, which was a 2-parent home, 2 parents happily married, her to see her mother and father being loved properly. And also, he did help with a lot of things with Nyla, as far as picking her from daycare, bringing her to daycare, finding a babysitter when we needed to go somewhere, and all of that stuff. And also, he did provide other things in other areas. So he did take care of a lot of other things that I didn't have to worry about. So I did have a pretty stress-free life, which made everything even, because I did have more of a responsibility when it came to Nyla and other things, but it evened out because he did take care of everything, which made me have a pretty stress-free life. And I'm just speaking on these things because I see them happening the opposite way. And these things I really don't see too much anymore. So that's why I was always against having another kid, because I was blessed enough to have somebody that did help out and also take care of other things, more of a traditional relationship. But unfortunately, everybody isn't as blessed as I was. But I'm just speaking on the things that I see carry on. And if you know me, I was so against having kids. And this is the main reason. Because I love my freedom, and also because I knew how I wanted to raise a kid if I had a kid. And I knew that most of the responsibility would be on me. No matter how good of a husband I have, it would be on me. And I knew that. And that's exactly how it goes. And society sees that as normal, that's not normal. It's not. As women, we can't say we don't have. We can't do for this kid. We cannot say that. I feel like a lot of fathers have that option. Like I've seen where the 2 people are separated. The mom calls the father for something for the kid. Oh, I don't have it this time. I can't. We don't have that option to say we don't have it. We don't have that option. We have to figure it out and get it, because this kid need A, B, C, or D. We have to figure out how we're going to give this to this kid. A father doesn't really have to do it. I mean, and that's some amazing fathers. I can honestly say Nala's dad, God bless his soul, he was murdered. But before he left here, he was an amazing dad to Nala. He was an amazing father and husband. He was. But still, a lot of the work was on me, and I was okay with that, because in a lot of other areas, he was taking care of everything. So everything evened out. And it's just like nowadays, they want the woman to do everything. Women are paying bills. Women are taking care of the kids, taking care of the house. Like I said, getting uniforms together, showing up for report card conferences, and you name it. Throwing parties, bringing kids to extracurricular activities, bringing them to events, everything. We do everything, and guess what we get? Oh, you so strong. You such a strong. No, if that's strong, I don't want to be strong. I don't want to be strong. Society sees being strong as struggle. No, I'm struggling. I ain't strong. I ain't being strong. I'm struggling. That's not a compliment. So they throw this on us as women, and they disguise it as, oh, you're so strong, or you doing this, or you taking. No, I'm tired. I'm tired. That's what I am. I'm not strong. I'm tired. And I don't want to be called strong. If this is what strong is, I don't want it. You can have it. Hang it up. I don't want it. And it's like, this is the norm, and I hate it. Every day something reminds me of it, and people wonder why. If you know me, I'm so against having another kid. I would never have another kid, because it's unfair. And I love my kid. I'm glad she's here. I love her to death. I don't know where I would be without her. God knew what I needed to help me to deal with whatever life has brought to me, or whatever he had planned for my life. God knew I needed that little girl, and he gave it to me. So it's kind of like we also don't get the chance to say we're tired. We need a break. People are bashing women all the time for needing a break. Oh, you always dropping your kid off by such and such, or you. I don't care. When I need a break, I'm gonna take one. I don't care what that may look like to you, to the next. I'm going to take a break when I need one. If you think about when you was a kid, you can think about, I remember my mom used to drop me off at my grandmother's house, and that would be that. And now I can understand. I understand why she did that, because she needed a break. She needed a break. I get it. And then there's people that will bash women for saying that, and some women feel uncomfortable even saying it, or asking for help, or saying that they need a break, or they want to go out. Sis, you deserve that. You deserve that much. You deserve to have a peace of mind. You don't deserve to be stressed out and overwhelmed all the time, because kids are a blessing. They are a blessing, but it's hard as a parent, especially as a mother raising a kid. It's really hard, and society doesn't make it any easier. We need breaks. That's normal. Let's normalize women taking breaks. Normalize women being other things than a mother. Like, you are more than a mother. Before you was a mother, what were you? That person still exists. And that person has needs and wants, and those things have to be fulfilled. No matter what they may look like. No matter if your time is, you want to spend your time getting your nails done, going out to a club, having a drink, hanging out with your friends, with your significant other, or just sitting at home relaxing, doing nothing. Some people, and I know that this is a common thing, and you hear it. Women, we put on fake smiles all the time. We might have been outside crying in a car, wiping our face, walking in a door, going in the bathroom to cry because we were so overwhelmed. But we're told to just be strong and just put a smile on your face, and it's okay, because you know what? You're strong. That's not okay. That is not okay. I feel like that is complete BS. And every time I see it, I'm just like, what is this? Like, why is this like this? Why is this the norm and the thing to do? It's not okay. It's not okay. And if you need a break, sis, take the break. I don't care how many breaks it may be. Take it. I don't care what it may look like to somebody else. Take it. I also hear women say, oh, you know, I bring my kid everywhere I go. My kid come everywhere. That's not okay, sis. That's on you. If you want to bring your kid everywhere you go and be mentally disturbed because you need a break from this kid, but you feel like bringing your kid everywhere will get you the Mother of the Year award, so be it. I ain't doing it. Everywhere isn't for kids to go. Some places aren't for kids to go. Okay, you have to take breaks. It's okay. You don't have to go along with society. You don't have to, because it's not fair. It's the thing that people do, And I guess people make it the norm, but it's not okay. It's totally not okay. Sis, you need a break, take it. Because if not, you aren't going to even be good for those kids, because you're mentally disturbed. Now you can't fully be there for those kids or for yourself. You cannot pour from an empty cup. No matter how much you try, you cannot pour from an empty cup. We need breaks. We need breaks. Most mothers are working, taking care of kids, doing whatever it is. You need a break from those things. You need a break from all of those things, and your kids are one of those things that you need a break from. I don't care how bad it sounds, this is the reality. You have to have a break, and that's that. I can remember when we first came home from the hospital, and this was maybe like a week after we got home from the hospital. Like I said, her dad was so happy to have her. He wanted a baby so bad. He wanted a little girl so bad. So, like I said, it was about a week after we got home from the hospital. A Saturday, I remember it was a Saturday morning. So, you know, I'm up cooking breakfast. He gets up, get out the bed, and he would go play basketball. He would go play basketball on Saturday. So, you know, he got up, he put his little basketball jersey on, got his shoes on. So I didn't say nothing. I'm just watching you getting dressed, my brother. He got dressed, all ready to go. Came to give me a kiss. I said, where you going? He said, I'm going to play basketball. You know, I go on Saturday. I said, not no more. You got a little baby in here now. Those last 3 Saturdays you went, you ain't have a kid. You got a kid now. And it's not that this is just how people or men are programmed. He didn't know. Like, he's just like, oh, it's just a right. I said, no. I said, well, you got a kid now. And he's like, I said, did you ask if I had somewhere to go? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry. Did you have somewhere to go? And I was like, well, actually I did, because I wanted to go get my nails done. I mean, I've been pregnant for 9 months. I've been looking, you know, a mess. I want to look like something. So I did have plans on going to get my nails done. He said, oh, you know what? He said, you're right. He was like, okay. I just try to go once you get back. And if I miss it, then okay, cool. I said, okay. All right. I got myself together and headed on out the door. He didn't have a problem with it. And I understood it, because this is just how it's made to be. This is just the normal thing that happens. But no, you have to let them know. You have to let them know, because either they'll act like they don't know, or they'll think that this is just how it's supposed to go. No. You got a baby now. Things are different. And it's not, you don't just hop up and go. It doesn't work like that. And sometimes you have to tell them, because if you look at it now, most men, they hop up and go. And it's the woman left to say, oh, I don't have a babysitter. Oh, I wanted to go. No, we don't have a babysitter. We have to find a babysitter. Not just me. We, us, the two of us, have to find a babysitter. And if we don't find a babysitter, then we can't go nowhere. It's not just left on the mom to find a babysitter. We as mothers, we hardly ever get breaks away from our kids. And I mean, even in the smallest, like we can't even have, sometimes I sit in my car and eat, because I can't even have nothing without my kid right there asking for something. So sometimes us as mothers, we have to do these little things, like eat in the car, go run in the bathroom 5 minutes to get a little breather, go run in the backyard to get a little break. So we need these things. Take those breaks and stop calling us strong when we're struggling. We're not strong, we're struggling. That's struggle. Stop getting too confused. Struggle is nothing to glorify. Society glorifies struggle as strength, and it's not strength, it's struggle. And we are made out to feel like struggle is normal, like, oh, you're being strong, and oh, no, I don't want to be strong. I want to live the soft life too. I don't want to struggle. Don't call me strong. I don't want it. Take it. I don't want it. That's the compliment you want to give because I'm struggling. I don't want it. But anywho, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you have any difference in opinions, or even if you agree, leave a comment down in the comment box below. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all on the next video.